names these places? I mean, naming a planet Tears of the Moon, seriously?
Yeah, kind of sounds like an 80s butt rock band.
Oh, what now?
Butt rock. I'm sorry. You'll have to look that up later.
Yeah, don't damage my mind any more than it already is. So, what are you thinking of talking about today?
I'd say we covered the MSL today since we covered the OSL earlier. By the way, it's great to be on another blue map.
Oh, you must be loving it right now.
Yeah, blue maps are the best, man. What is the opposite color of blue that you see when, like, you close your eyes? I think it might be orange. Just, like, walking around seeing orange everywhere.
You have fun with that, then. Right, Lost Saga MSL, and of course, big subject, Savior.
Ah, yes, Savior. I, unfortunately, have a lot to say about Savior that people probably won't want to hear.
Oh, are you gonna be mean to good old Maestro? Gonna say some bad things about the Maestro? You can't do that. You'll get fanboys hounding you, trying to kill you with pitchforks and magical spells, calling you a heathen. Did something just happen? I thought, never mind.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. But anyways, yeah, Savior. Savior. I've been watching Savior for years, and he just seems to disappoint me time and time again. Every time I think he's going to get back to the same level he was at in 2006 or around that time, he falls flat on his face and goes into another slump, and then he comes back again saying, I'm going to kill everyone in 2008, and no he didn't, and I'm going to kill everyone in 2009, and he's on an 8-game winning streak or something ridiculous like that. So that's just giving everyone these, what I would call false hopes that he is going to succeed, but I don't know. What are your thoughts on Savior?
Well, Savior is Savior. I don't know what to think about him, killing everybody in '09. I think that's no. I predicted him to not even get out of the round of 16 in the MSL, although I could be wrong. Could be completely wrong. I would not be surprised if Savior totally kicked up Magic's ass. But all in all, I don't think he's going to be killing everybody in '09. I think fanboys are just being overzealous. I'm seeing clips and stuff. People, I believe, and like Savior, like 3 minutes cry videos, and I just don't know what to think. Ooh, blue things, fuck off, go away!
Yeah. I mean, I can understand the Savior fan base. I mean, it's always great to see an old player in any sport come back and really dominate. In fact, I like Savior. Don't get me wrong about that either. I'd hope he makes me eat my words. I would like to see him move up, and if he would win this MSL, that would just be miraculous. It would completely change the way I think about him. But I don't want to get my hopes up too much. It breaks my heart, man. If he moves up and goes to a semifinal position, everyone's going to be rooting for him. He's going to have all kinds of fans just completely rooting for him, just wanting him to succeed. Kind of pity the other player he's going to play in that. I don't think they're going to have many fans on their side, but yeah, I think he's going to fall flat on his face.
Yeah, I know what you mean in that point. People get a little bit overzealous and get sad in the end. I don't think he has what it takes to take this MSL, even if he does move on.
Yeah, I mean, I was one of the few people that was not impressed with his game against Bisu. I mean, Bisu, he kind of been falling to Zergs before that. I mean, he'd been taken out by Hero, by Hero, and I think that had really taken him down a notch. He lost to Zero as well. And I was just not impressed by his play. He played very sloppy in that game, I thought. I've been impressed by a couple of his games after that, but yeah, haven't seen anything convincing. Just looking at his game against Best a few weeks back, he's just got trampled by Best. I think if he runs into a player with that strong a macro again, he's just going to have his ass handed to him.
Well, thankfully there's no Best to face in the MSL, because he just can't find it within himself. In fact, there's no SKT1 player in the round of 16 of the MSL. Interesting fact that.
That is an interesting fact. Well, does he have a chance of running into Flash? I think that would be a big factor as well.
If any chance of him running in the Flash would be in the finals.
I think a lot of people would enjoy that finals. You know what? I think I'd enjoy that finals a lot too. But, who do you think his biggest threat is moving up in the MSL right now?
Well, he has Up Magic as the first big threat. After that, he has possibly Yarnak. But all in all, his biggest threat is Jangbi.
Jangbi is a big threat. That would be a very interesting matchup if he manages to get past Up Magic. Kind of old school versus new school.
Yeah, I would really look forward to that. Jangbi's not the strongest against Zerg, but all in all, we would see. And Savior, of course, is a ZVP specialist, has always been, so if he still has some of his old school stuff going for him, he would be able to put up a fight. I'm not sure, don't think he'd take Jangbi out, but hey, every time I think Savior is not going to do anything, he does something. And I'm just going to keep on saying it, because the more I think badly about Savior, the better he does, and in the end, the more happy I am.
Yeah, we were joking earlier. It's like, it's Savior versus Frosian in the finals or something. I don't know if it could work out that way because of the branches, but if that were to happen, just make sure that you don't root for Savior, so he will win.
Yeah, exactly. You could play him against the crappiest player ever, who's just like Hyuk. You could play against Hyuk somewhere. I mean, it's not possible, but if it happened, I would have to, like, say, no, Hyuk's gonna totally Hyuk Savior, just to make sure that Savior actually does the opposite. So, Nuke, who do you figure as the winner of the MSL this season?
Winner of the MSL. Well, I think Jangbi is probably a very good bet. He's always been an MSL player. He's never really done very well in the OSL, but I think he does have a very strong chance in the MSL. He got up to second place in the last MSL, so a very big factor there as well. Not sure who else I would root for. I'd say Flash has a pretty good chance. Definitely, Flash has always played well. He's never really gone into a slump per se. I mean, he's gone in, semi-slumps. He's made a lot of stupid in-game decisions, but other than that, he's just been a little monster.
Flash is a slightly harder road up for him, starting off against Lita, then playing either against Hwasen, who recently beat him, or Luxury, who's a very hard player, and after that, he could face up against Stork or 4GG, who have also beaten him on more than one occasion, so he has a much harder bracket overall.
Well, 4GG is someone I'd like to talk about, because 4GG, I think, is long overdue for a comeback.
Yeah, he's more of a TVZ specialist. I mean, mind you, he played awesome in the Arena MSL in 08, man. That was just a magnificent run by him, surprising everybody. But I just don't think he has what it takes to repeat it, even though that would be awesome to see.
I don't know. All of the games I've seen where 4GG has played, I mean, any player, whether it be versus Terran versus Protoss, he has always impressed me. I remember his games against Stork in the last MSL, I believe. Even though he didn't manage to make it past Stork, he still played very, very well. He's just as much of a mechanical monster as Flash, I think. So it'd be nice to see him move up again, although he doesn't really have the personality of a player that I would follow religiously or anything. I'm not a huge 4GG fan or anything, but I do think he's an impressive player.
Yeah, I've never said that. I mean, geez, beating Flash and Jaedong into an MSL title, that's insane. But yeah, overall, I think the guys with the hugest chances are basically the strongest guys in each bracket, Jangbi and Flash. I voted for a Jangbi Flash final, and I think that's what it's going to be. I think Flash is going to take Jangbi out in said final. Could be a bit overall, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm saying Flash for the winner. You?
Ooh, in that final, I would go for Jangbi, because Jangbi's versus Terran is pretty darn good. Of course, all of Samsung Con, for some reason, their versus Terran is just immaculate. Storks versus Terran is great, Firebat Heroes versus Terran is great, and Jangbi's is as well, so I would see a major uphill battle for Flash in that game. I mean, the way Jangbi's playing recently, You can tell he's hungry to finally get a championship. He's moving up in the GOM, too, to face his new rival Bisu. But, hey, our dropship is here, so we gotta go for today. Farewell, SCVs. Goodbye and good luck.
Bye-bye.
Now give the drummer some.
Give the drummer some.